afternoon, everybody. Dave DeRusi, Superintendent, with just another community address on moving forward with our hybrid reopening. So we're entering our second phase of the hybrid learning this week. I'm pleased to report our opening last week with K-5 went well, and all reports stated that students and teachers were very happy to see each other. I think for both sides, they've been looking for the opportunity just to get back in those buildings. As I said all along, our teachers, our administrators, everybody's worked hard to make this happen. It was a great 2 days. Now this week starts our in-person orientation for middle, high school. And those students will be starting March 2nd. Now this is going to be challenging for our students because many of these students have never seen the inside of this brand new complex. But again, just a reminder, the hybrid model breaks students down into two cohorts, A and B. And we know A meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays for in-person, and cohort B meets Wednesday and Friday. Cohorts have been created alphabetically. Now I know there's been some shifting and changing of cohorts to accommodate parents and schedules, but for the most part, it's last name A and B. All right, grade 9 through 12. They start at 8 o'clock and they run 8 to 10:30 in this abbreviated schedule. 6 through 8 middle school students will come in at 11:30 and run till 2. Now the reason for that is, again, these students have never been in this building. I mean, it's a beautiful building, phenomenal complex, and they need time to acclimate. It's not going to be the old middle school and the old high school, very different. The biggest part right now, I feel, is that I need to encourage for the students to arrive as close to drop-off time as possible and be their parents for pickup time. There's not a lot of spacing where you can just kind of hang out. And I think that's going to be something everybody needs to just acclimate to as you move forward with this orientation. Now, we also will keep the grab and go lunches even for the 6-12. Eventually, we will be moving into cafeteria use. But again, we're trying to go slow here. We want to do it right so that when we have to switch, we can switch fast and it will be effective. So as usual, I tell everybody, please check in with your child's school. I know these schedules are posted. Please go take a look on the school website. And they're going to run the 6-12 shorter version of the orientation schedule for the full 4 days back. So each cohort will cycle through it twice. And again, why? This is a brand new complex, and these kids and have yet to have the pleasure of being in it. We wish it was under different circumstances, but they're going to get a really good sense for the feel of the building and the operations in that building. Now, our K-5 students will start with a longer day this week. So they will run in their classrooms right till 12:30, 12:40, staggered start and end with the grab and go lunch. And then they'll be expected to log back on when they get home, because we'll be doing some of our live streaming even during that time. I've said this and I say it again. Parents who wish to remain in a remote learning platform can. We've developed these new schedules. We have live streaming opportunities. And if you are going to stay remote, just contact your building principal. That's it. We do take attendance, and if it's in person, we expect you to be in a desk. And if it's remote, we expect you to be in front of the screen. Just a few other things about the functioning of the hybrid model. If we have to quarantine a classroom, parents will be notified, and you'll get an early call on that. And if we have to, then we're going to go into a 10-day remote learning platform, which is why the state asked us to keep a remote learning platform alive. I only see us switching from, in-person hybrid to a remote learning platform. It will be based on the need to quarantine and the amount of staff involved. Again, it could be a classroom, it could be a middle school team, it could be, just one section. It's really a flexible situation. And we have worked hard to ensure the policies have upheld and will do what we need to do. Now, I am really going to be asking our 612 students to step to the plate and work with teachers and administrators to make this a successful opening. I feel, for our 612 students, the classroom setting will look very different as you return to school. There have been significant changes, and as a student, you're going to face these as you walk back into the building. Understand that we all left school almost a year ago. It looked very different. We were 20 some odd kids in a classroom. We had lunch together. We were able to freely move. We didn't ask a ninth grader to, all you had to do was raise your hand, say, can I go to the men's room? You go. Can I go to the ladies? Can I go? Yes. That is not the case now. So it will be a little bit more of a controlled environment, and that's going to take some getting used to. And I expect the 612 students and parents to work with us while we are achieving that goal of a safe, healthy environment. Reminder, masks will be worn in school. We do have policies for the hand washing and the hand sanitizing, and the daily masks and breaks are built in. You'll have a moment where you can take a break from that mask. I do need all 612 students to work with us and the staff to ensure that these safety measures are in full use and accepted. A quick reminder though, to all 6 through 12 students, we're only using masks. There's no bandanas, no gaiters. They're not allowed in our policy. And should something happen, we have extra supplies of masks if you need them during the day. We do have designated drop off. Now, this is new for parents too. Parents haven't been asked to drive up to that 612 complex and drop off before and pick up after school. We'll have staff out there. I'm asking everybody to cooperate with the staff that's there. This is why we decided to do 9 through 12 in the morning, 6 through 12 in the afternoon, to be the process, to start that process of understanding a brand new complex. It's new to everybody. We have established protocols for dealing with the COVID classroom setting. We're still 6 feet apart with limited sharing of articles, and check out all the this is in the handbooks. We did a great job doing that. I always remind you, if a child isn't feeling well, or you, the student's not feeling, well, just tell your parents it's better that you call in sick and you stay home than you come in with the potential risk of being sick with COVID or spreading a virus. I'm going to move forward in future meetings like this with the community and my addresses to discuss the news you may have heard last week around the Commissioner of Education looking to bring elementary back 5 days a week and then move into bringing everybody back. That is a legitimate discussion right now at the Department of Ed. The commissioner needs to get the vote of the Board of Education to basically make that happen. Give him the authority to no longer uphold the remote learning and the hybrid. I must remind all of you, remote and hybrid was created as an emergency vehicle during a pandemic to ensure kids could still somehow have a level of instruction. As this unfolds, I will come back. I'll do a whole separate community address just on the when, where, and how Saugus will manage and work through what will be most likely a state mandate to bring kids back. The commissioner has promised another meeting with all superintendents prior to any actual hard line decisions being made. But at this moment in time, I can only share what I know. He needs to get the approval from the Board of Education. So with that being said, the first 2 days were great to see kids back in district. I want to thank the parents of the elementary students, super cooperative. You worked with our staff on the pickup drop off. I expect nothing less from my 612. I think we're ready. I think the teachers, the administrators are ready. I'm looking forward to it. I would like to get this district back up and running to some level of in-person learning. And the goal is, should we have to come back 5 days a week, I believe we can do it. I think we're ready. It'll be a major transition for all of us, to somehow realize that on March 13th, almost a year ago, we all closed down for what we thought would be 2 weeks. It has been an unbelievable experience. So many people have had to rally. I literally just got off a call with my nurses, proud of the work they're doing on the ground. Now the kids are back, proud of the work they were doing prior to get us ready. I am confident. I believe in this district, and I believe in the staff and the administration in these buildings. I want to thank you. Any questions, you just need to call your building principals, get in touch with them. We will continue to support you through this. And I want to thank you. It has been a lot of work, but I'm proud of the way Saugus has reacted through this pandemic. Thank you. Have a great afternoon.